This week on Dumb Pitches, my guest is you. We've posed a question to the listener, and I asked, what was the worst idea you've never told anyone? And I'm so proud to say that our listeners have somehow crazier ideas than any of the guests we have had. These are incredible, and I cannot even give you any hints as to how they are. So here we go, Dumb Pitches.
What a bunch of dumb pitches. Oh my goodness.
Welcome to another episode of Dumb Pitches with Monica Nevi. I'm Monica Nevi, your host. This is the show where we talk to people about their worst ideas. I say people this time because it's going to be you. Thank you for everybody who sent in their worst ideas that you've never told anyone. I am blown away. Lots of responses, which is good, but also just, wow, I did not see some of these coming. And they made me laugh, and I'm interested, and we'll see how, maybe I can add to them for you. We'll see how that goes. Before we get started, we'll do our good ideas, which is coming to see me do stand-up comedy. So here are my dates. Upcoming dates for you to see me do live stand-up. Also, before I tell you the dates, I got some news today about my special and how that's going to go, and I will let you in on how it's going to work and what parts are coming out and things like that. But that's first going to go to the YouTube members. So if you are on the YouTube membership, look out for a post about what's going to happen with my special. If you are not on the YouTube membership, join right now. It's in the description of this video, or just go on a desktop. I don't know why, but go on a desktop or the desktop browser on your phone to my YouTube channel, and there's a button that says join. Join, and you get a bunch of extra stuff, and it helps my family stay alive. All right. Dates coming up this Friday. So today when this comes out, Friday, the 25th of March. I don't know what day it is, apparently. I'm at Everett Historic Theater with Zoltan Cassis in Everett, Washington. Saturday the 26th, I am in Renton, Washington at Carco Theater. That's my show that I've been running there, and I'm very proud of it. Jenny Zagrino is our headliner. She was last week's guest. It's going to be a great show. If you haven't got tickets already, please do. Next week, I am debuting at Nate Jackson's Super Funny Comedy Club. I'm headlining on Wednesday the 30th. Those tickets are also available on my website. Friday, Dystopian State Brewing in Tacoma. Saturday, Ellensburg, Washington. That is already sold out. I'm sorry for that. That was April 2nd. April 9th, I'll be in Bozeman, Montana at the Last Best Comedy Club. 16th, I'm in Port Townsend. The 20th, 420. I'm doing the Dope Show at Tacoma Comedy Club. I'll be stoned again. We'll see if a video comes out of that. And then April 30th, I am at a winery in Mount Vernon, Washington. And then I am co-headlining with Gabriel Rutledge at the Lucas Hicks Theater in Bellingham, Washington. Those tickets are also available. I think that's going to be a great show. So go ahead and get those tickets now. Okay, you've heard what's going on in my schedule. Now let's hear from you. So again, we posed the question to our listeners. What is the worst idea you have never told anyone? We got quite a few, but I'm just going to kind of go down the list. And then I would love to hear what you think is the best, or any comments you have about some of these. I'm going to keep them anonymous because we did ask it as if you had never told anybody. So I don't know if some of these you're like, I don't want anybody to know. So but if you would like to claim your idea, please do in the comments. That's more than welcome. All right. First one was a comment from their therapist. This person's therapist told them that maybe they should put in their dating profile that they won't rape anybody. Look, I know it's a tough one to start on. Okay, that's a lot to take. I don't think it's the worst idea, but from the perspective of not that person, so say you're swiping around, you see this happens to be a fella, you see a fella that you like, click in to read more, and it says, hey, won't rape you. That sounds like something somebody who would rape you would say. I would think. Wouldn't that maybe deter people at least? I'd be like, look, I'm not going to murder you, but I do know how to do it, just so you know. It's not a great idea, I don't think. It's a little too much right off the bat. Okay, here we go. Number 2. Spa for dogs. I think what they meant is like the full pampering, because you can take your dog to get groomed and stuff. I mean, I've seen maybe on movies or something the dogs getting their nails painted and stuff. I don't know if that's real, but I would not put it past anyone for there already to be a spa for dogs. But this person had another an addition to this, which is selling cheese made from human breast milk. Now, I don't know the process of pasteurizing cheeses. I also don't know the process of obtaining human breast milk that's not your own. But I do know that's a thing. Not making the cheese, but people like, I don't know if they drink it or like they sell their breast milk in the same way that they would sell like dirty panties, just to some person who wants them. I don't know what they do with any of those things afterwards, but I've also heard that you can like make a necklace or something out of your breast milk. So if somebody was into drinking the breast milk, they might be into breast cheese. Tit cheese? That's not good. Booby cheese. You could make a lot of puns with the, right? Maybe. Nope. Boobda? That's not good. I was going to say that's like Gouda, but that's not. You guys work on it. You let me know in the comments. That one, although the creepiest so far, I'm sure there's a niche community that would love tit cheese. What else do you call mozzarella hooterella. Oh God, I'm so tired. Okay. I also realized I'm in my home studio, reminiscent of our live streaming on YouTube, just because I wanted to feel more connected to the listener. You know, this is where we've done all our trivias and the fun stuff we've done on YouTube. So we're doing it just to feel connected. Do you feel connected? I don't know. Okay. The next one. Interestingly enough, this one did come in directly after the tit cheese one, and that is a blanket woven from string cheese strings. Okay? So you take it apart and then weave them together. This makes me feel like that's what this person does with their string cheese. I don't know if that would affect the flavor or the malleability of it at all, but you know, I don't even know how you, like, are you saying you would buy it already made as a blanket, or that's just what you want to do with your strings of cheese? I don't know. If that's just what you want to do with your strings of cheese, go for it. In fact, I will absolutely try it next time I have a string cheese. And one of my favorite things in the world, my favorite kind of cheese, because I've never tried the tit cheese, is pocket cheese. And that is when you go to the bathroom, or like in our house, our room's upstairs. There's no bathroom upstairs, so we have to go downstairs to go use the restroom in the night, grab a string cheese out of the refrigerator, put it in my pocket, let it sit there for a little bit as to soften it up, then eat it a few minutes later in bed. Perfect timing for the string cheese blanket, I would think. This is going good. All right, here we go. It's a business idea. It's a hair salon called Dip the Top, where they lower men into a vat of bleach just to get that frosted tip 90s, just the top bleached hair. I was just saying that because you don't have to necessarily have spiky hair, but you could just dip it right in there. Would that work? I don't even know if that would work, but I think the novelty of it might get you some business, at least initially, until you got sued or whatever, or somebody got dropped in there. I don't know. That's fun, though, and nostalgic. And they would only play in sync, I would assume, in this salon. All right. Okay. This is the same person, which I feel like some of you have been sitting on these, no pun intended, once you hear this one for a while and you're just excited to share it with someone because you're afraid to say it out loud. All right. This is a fart vacuum that's built into car seats. So when you toot in the car, it sucks it out and pushes it outside. So you don't get trapped in the car with your fart smell. Extravagant. That's like a luxury item, I would think, but not a bad idea. It's always, especially when like younger kids, and you remember when like your brother would fart in the car and then everybody would be like, oh my God, and like roll down the windows all fast. We only had manual windows. Couldn't afford the automatic ones. It was such a big deal. So if you had the fart vacuum in the seat, save some embarrassment, maybe some childhood trauma could be avoided. I mean, I make no promises, but that's not the worst. It does. Could you imagine being sold a car now where it's just like, we got anti-lock brakes and automatic windows and your fart vacuum's right there in the seat? I mean, they have those heaters, right? Butt heaters, which may loosen up some toots. So it could be a good addition. Have the fart vacuum with the seat heater. Seat heater. Oh, it's a mess. Okay. I liked that one. Again, we're not scientists, so somebody else is going to have to come up with that. But I think the car fart vacuum, not bad. Love names, if anybody has names for these that have not already had a name. This one, invention, does have a name. Culinary invention, which I don't think anybody would be mad at unless you want, extra. But bagel meat. Kind of self-explanatory, although it does sound dirty, but meat that's in a cylinder, but it's got a hole cut out of the middle there as to fit a bagel sandwich. That's not bad. I do kind of enjoy the middle part when you get there. You get like an extra, just a bite of meats and cheeses. Who doesn't love a good meat and cheese? But that is, and I think it's easier because it can get a little messy when you're coming out of the sides or out of the middle hole there, dripping and whatnot. So bagel meats, which I'm assuming you could also do a bagel tit cheese if we really want to collaborate as a group. I just like it is capitalized as bagel meat. Like that would be on the package, bagel meat. Okay, next one. Ancestry.com, which when I first read it, I thought what you thought, which is a website for you to try to do sex to your family members. Not into it. But Ancestry.com is actually a website to go and see if there had been any acts of incest inside your family tree previous, which this person described as seeing if your family tree is a circle. Not the worst idea if you want that information. I think at this point there's not a whole lot you can do unless it was a current thing and it would, they're still alive. But do you want to look back into that? I don't know. Ancestry.com. You don't want to know. Sorry. Okay. Next is a chocolate water bottle, like the taco shells, like the ice cream taco shells, but for a water bottle. So then you put water in it, or milk, as this person said, and then as it shakes, it would become a chocolatey milk or water. Of course, I immediately think what happens once we've breached the wall there and it starts to come out, maybe of the bottom. I feel like all of those chocolate things never break right where you want them first. And, how many of us have the self-control not to just bite into the water bottle? I don't know. And is that helpful during a workout? You know what I've always needed during a workout? Just chocolate milk while I'm running. That's a after workout thing. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's you go for your run, you put the milk in the chocolate water bottle, and then it kind of, gets together. Hopefully doesn't go through the sides. And then when you're done, chocolate milk's right there. And you just eat the bottle. Actually, it's not bad from an environmental standpoint. There's not a lot of waste, no plastic bottles in this case. If you just had a chocolate shell, either you would eat it, or I assume biodegradable compared to the plastics we often use. So not a bad idea there. Oh, another good environmental one, which isn't really that bad of an idea, but I don't know. Maybe you should just be more honest with your friends, because this is it. Helicopters made out of bamboo. I don't know how to make a helicopter or what it entails to keep one in the air, but bamboo is pretty strong. Scary. My grandparents had bamboo next to their house when I was younger, and it was very like, don't go in there, because if you move it and you let it go, then it's real strong. You could get injured. In fact, my grandmother did get hit in the face at some point, and then it didn't go anywhere for a few weeks because it looked like she had gotten hit by a person, which she didn't. We were told. No, it is a strong material. A lot of things made out of bamboo. I wonder if we should be using bamboo for more things in general. I think there's bamboo straws, which makes sense, I guess. And that seems better to me than a paper straw, as it falls apart in your chocolate water bottle. Is this too rapid fire? Or are you having trouble wrapping your mind around how insane some of these ideas are? Hold on, we have more. But they're good. I'm proud of you. Okay. This person thinks that a realtor should sell their services to write Tinder profiles, which is perfect, because then we could ask that person, that realtor, if they would put, "I won't rape you." Because in a home listing, do you ever put, "No one was murdered here," or, the ghosts are nice? I don't know. I've never written a home. They are pretty thorough, or they should be, and they're very good at making things sound good, even though maybe they're not. This charming old ass home, it's fallen apart, but charming is one. It's got a lot of character. This guy got a lot of character. Character flaws. I could see that maybe. How much would you charge? How much would you pay for a realtor to write your Tinder profile as if they were trying to sell this home? Do they need to know how many people have lived inside of it? Has anyone died in there? What's the rent? Oh, I don't know. Worth a try. Let's see. We have some realtors that are listeners. Maybe they would give it a try. Comment how much you would pay for someone else to write your profile. I think would be interesting. I'm sure there's people who do that. But for a realtor specifically to write your Tinder profile, and I say we put it out there. I say we either have a volunteer, or we could make a fake profile. It's catfishing, I suppose, but we won't respond to anybody. We'll make a fake profile with like a normal looking person as the pictures, not, if we put some model up there, some smoking hot person that people would swipe on because we're all shallow anyways. Just, normal, looks like they have a good job, whatever, won't rape you, that type of stuff. Then we add the realtor to write the profile and compare to their regular The regular profile, would it have a better success rate? Worth a try. And then we'll just swipe on everybody, see what happens, see how many matches we get. Get on that. I can't add another project right now, and I'm so sorry about that. But, all right. Realtor, Tinder profile. I apologize. I'm a little tired. With this theater show that I love so much, I'm invested. I've been working really hard, and so there's been long days of going to see businesses and talking to them about sponsorship and coming to the show and marketing online, and then at night also doing stand-up that I love so much, and then doing these things, So I'm not as quick as maybe I usually am as far as making up names and stuff, so I need your help. All right. Here we go. Two left. I didn't necessarily keep these as my favorites, but they might be up there. They might be yours. All right. We have a TV show. It's our first TV show from the listeners. TV show called Hitting Shit with Shit. Hitting Shit with Shit. Which sounds like poop. I'm trying to say it so that it's just like, throw some shit over there, whatever. So this person is saying it's a TV show where you smash things with other things. You just throw stuff. Because I've seen, for a while there was those like hotels where you could pay for like an hour or something and then go in and like destroy everything and break stuff, and it was to make you feel better, I guess. I don't know what it was for. And this seems like a television version of that experience. I'm not sure if it's a game show or, maybe if you hit the most shit with shit, do you win? And is that shit broken that you've won? Do you win a bunch of broken shit? I don't know. But I do enjoy a relieving exercise, and you see those therapists, it was on Too Hot to Handle, where they have like people scream and stuff to make themselves feel better and like release anger. This would be a good, you'd be releasing stuff. Throwing stuff does release anger. Don't throw stuff at people or anything, but just throwing stuff in general that you don't need. Then you don't have to break your own shit. So don't throw your own shit at shit. You go on this show or to this place and you throw their shit at their shit, but it still feels the same. That's pretty good. All right, and the last one that I have not stopped thinking about since I read it. And I'm almost sorry to do this to you, but it's a car that runs on cum. I wish I could remember who thought of this, because I feel like you should be outed, but this is probably the person that doesn't want people to know. So, because I think, for me at least, I don't know what your brain just did. When someone says a car that runs on cum, I imagine men putting their dicks into the side of cars. Maybe. Now, I don't have a penis. I don't know much about having a penis, but it does seem like y'all are jacking off a lot. So, and it's like a whole thing of where to put it, socks, whatever. This might be a better, not that we need to encourage people to jack off more, but you're already doing it a lot, right? Save it up, as I'm sure some of you do. And then you could use it also environmentally friendly, I would think. So why don't we just skip over the electric solar situation and just go straight to jizz. The Jizzmobile. Oh, God. That's... when I was in high school, somebody did a report on like a car that could run on hemp and how that was going to be kind of like the revolutionary. And then when I was in college, they did this big presentation about how hydrogen cars would be the next, like we should skip electricity. And I just think maybe the jizz car, jizz tank, spank tank, might be the actual future that we're headed towards, because we're running out of stuff, right? And this is, I mean, what timing for an idea like this to come to light, but when all people can talk about is gas prices. So, however, like, I'm a woman and I am going to marry a woman. Are you filling your own tank? Do you have to, if you can't create jizz or not very much or whatever, are we going to, now the pump sounds worse, but are we having to go to a station, a cum station, and purchasing someone's fluids? What if somebody steals it? Whatever. There's a lot of stuff that goes into that. But interesting. Oh, man. And that's all we have for our listener ideas, which, and when I say all, I mean that in the nicest way possible. I am proud of you, and this was incredible. Thank you so much for sharing. And please comment any names, ideas, thoughts about some of these ideas that people have shared. And come and see me do stand-up. If you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, join YouTube memberships. It's super helpful, and you'll get all the information about my special, and you get these episodes a day before, sometime before. And rate, review, subscribe on Apple Podcasts. That helps a ton. Thank you for everybody who just recently reviewed. That's very helpful. Follow, whatever. You guys are great. Right now, you can just keep watching Dumb Pitches.
You're weird.
Yes.